Welcome. If you use the Canon R5 Mark II, you already know that you need to use the special new batteries, the E6P batteries, in order to take advantage of many of the new features that require just more power than the previous E6 battery. Well, there are some other power alternatives that you have if you're using the Canon R5 Mark II. In particular, I want to talk about this, the DR-E6P. I'm going to refer to this as the dummy battery, and you'll see why in a moment. And I also want to spend a couple moments talking to you about this, PD-E2. Two different products. This product is a little different than the dummy battery. I'm going to call this the DC hookup here has one super power to it that you can't get in this dummy battery, and I'll walk you through that also. So let's switch over to the overhead, and I'll walk you through what's included in the box and show you how it works with the camera. The DR-E6P. Let me show you what's included in the box. This is it. And what it consists of is the dummy battery, approximately, I would say this is a 5-foot cord with a USB-C connection. First thing you need to do is pop out the regular battery. And then in the same spot that that regular battery was in, you insert the dummy battery. And you should notice down here there's a little tab, a little breakaway in the outer part of the R5 case. If you slide the battery all in, you'll hear it snap in place, and you'll see that there's a little groove that you'll have available to be able to have the cord hanging out on the double battery. Close the battery cover. It is fully installed. The first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a USB-C cable. You can either use a cable like this or USB-C to USB-C male-to-male adapter. I'll plug that into one end. And now I've got a couple of different common power sources out here. This happens to be a small rig V-mount battery 99. You take it, if we plug it in here, you'll see that the camera powers right up. This happens to be one of the newer Anchor batteries. Plug this into the top of that. You see that it powers the camera also. What if you simply plugged via USB-C, you plug this directly into a USB-C brick, if you will, so it's getting outlet power. If you do that, again, you have power. So that is the DR-E6P dummy battery kit. So now what I have here in front of you is this is just the, I'm going to call it the DC, the direct current connector. So this is the PD-E2, the successor to the PD-E1, the power delivery E2. And this feature, with the battery now in the camera, I've placed the battery back into the camera. This can be connected directly to the USB-C in the camera. And in doing so, it gives it full power. Accomplishes two things. Number one, it will charge the internal battery in the camera, as well as allow you to run the camera off DC power at the same time. So the superpower that the Canon PD-E2 has is it will allow you to charge the battery that's internal with the camera, as well as run off of DC power. Retail price on the PD-E2 is about $150, and then you have the DR-E6P retail price about $88. So that's kind of a summary of the different powering alternatives that you have on a Canon R5. I know they kind of overlap a little bit. The one which I think is the most important, which I think gives you the most flexibility, is this guy right here, okay? Because this will give you the opportunity to run off an external battery source, but you're using the dummy battery. And the only disadvantage that this has is that you won't be able to simultaneously charge the internal battery. If you want to do that, you got to look at this guy here. Hope you found this video interesting. If you did, give us a thumbs up, share, comment, and subscribe. And by all means, have a great day.